Hello, today I will be talking about commercialisation and globalisation in sport. I will be giving an in-depth insight as to how both commercialisation and globalisation became so prominent in sport today, and the roles of the media and technology in both these processes. Sport, the media and business all play a role in benefiting from each other. Sport uses the media to gain viewers and businesses pay money to access a sports audience. For example, in football, the Premier League gives broadcasting rights to media companies like Sky Sports and BT Sport, which allows people to view the games from home. Using these companies, businesses will then pay those networks to advertise their business before kick-off, at half-time and after the game, so that people watching will see their business. Premier League football can be used again as an example for what Westerbeek and Smith say are three main principles for commercialisation to be present in sport. The English Premier League certainly has a mass spectator appeal, with BT Sport and Sky Sport getting billions of live viewers over the course of a season. Because of this, the Premier League broadcast rights have continued to inflate, with the TV rights between 2019 and 2022 costing £4.464 billion, with only 5 out of the 7 package deals being included in that, according to the Standard. One of the 2 remaining package deals was secured by Amazon Prime, who are entering Premier League broadcasting for the first time. This shows how far commercialisation in sport has come, as an online streaming service now has the rights for certain Premier League games, and this comes with the influence of technology, because without the internet and technology like modern PCs, iPads and iPhones, this deal for an online streaming service could never have been done. As you can see by the image, the Premier League broadcasting rights weren't as lucrative in its introduction years, but as technology advanced and media coverage increased, the rights inflated considerably. The increase in inflation for broadcasting rights also lead to an inflation on the last part of Westerbeek and Smith's principles. The clubs can employ higher quality staff and players to make them more money. Transfer fees in football are higher than ever before, and this can be down to multiple reasons: broadcast rights, social media, merchandise sales, sponsorship, etc. Therefore, a team Two examples in football of corporations owning clubs are Red Bull Leipzig and Red Bull Salzburg, both owned by Red Bull, of course. Even though a lot of good and innovation has come from commercialisation in sport, there can be a few problems as a result. A huge scandal that came out in the sports world a few years ago was the 2015 FIFA scandal. Then President Sepp Blatter was found guilty of disloyal payments of £1.3 million to Michel Platini, and both were banned for 8 years from all football activity, according to the BBC. As well as this, several members of FIFA at this time were arrested, and there were reports that FIFA had been taking bribery payments from countries to host the World Cup, South Africa in 2010 in the past, and also upcoming 2022 World Cup in Qatar. The first characteristic of globalisation, according to Groton, the escalation in broadcasting rights. Not only did it affect the commercialisation in sport, but it also affected the globalisation as well. With a lot of the reasons I covered earlier, the same reasons globalisation has grown due to broadcast rights. The second and third characteristics of globalisation, according to Groton: global marketing of major sport products using images and global celebrities being the key part. This is used all the time by companies getting athletes they sponsor to spearhead their ad promotion. One example being Nike and LeBron James. LeBron was featured in multiple Nike ads and has his own LeBron trainees with Nike, and they promote this stuff using LeBron for a lot of it. This characteristic of globalisation has developed through both the media and technology. LeBron wouldn't be as marketable for Nike if he wasn't a global superstar, obviously due to arguably being the greatest basketball player of all time, but also due to his presence in the media, specifically in social media, as he has 40 million Instagram followers. The escalation in sponsorship deals has grown massively over the years, with Real Madrid very recently signing a 10-year £950 million sponsorship deal with Adidas, which is just under £100 million a year, making it the largest kit sponsorship in football history, according to the Mirror. Globalisation has been instrumental to the growth of the Premier League. As media coverage has taken off on the Premier League, it has become a global sporting league like the NFL. It has millions of fans from all continents in the world, with these fans buying merchandise and supporting their favourite team. As a result of this globalisation occurring in the Premier League, and in an effort to attract new fans, clubs go all over the world on their pre-season tours. Some clubs go multiple places. For example, Liverpool in 2018 played a friendly in Dublin, Ireland, and also participated in the International Champions Cup in the USA. The ongoing problems with Qatar's host of the 2022 World Cup shows that sometimes globalisation can go wrong and be a bit too much for part of the world to handle. There is a lot of risk going into Qatar's World Cup hosting, with people's lives being taken through dangerous construction, as well as most of the stadiums that are planned on being used in the tournament not yet built. Not only is there construction problems, but there is high level concern for players due to the temperature of Qatar in the summer, and even rumours have circulated of the tournament being held in the winter for the first time ever. In conclusion, today we have talked about how commercialisation and globalisation have developed in the sport world, and the role in which the media and technology played within this. And the answer to that is that they have both played crucial roles in the commercialisation and globalisation of sport. Whilst there is a lot of positives and benefits to sport that come from commercialisation and globalisation, some negative things can come from them as well.